Peace, family. How y'all doing today? And here for another one. Now, what have you been doing lately? Have you been grinding? Have you been focusing on the right things? Have you been doing what you have to do? Have you been meditating? Have you been having experiences that you can't tell anybody else? So you're looking for a community. Well, that's where we are on Patreon. You haven't seen me lately on YouTube because we're on Patreon doing videos, talking, building, sharing with like-minded individuals. But as you know, whenever you try to ascend to other heights, you're going to deal with many people that are known as adversaries, demons, entities. Now, the first demons you will deal with normally will come from your family and friends. You'll realize that they're really not for you when you start to come outside the box of what you normally think like. Let's say if you leave religion, you're going to have people that you consider loved you start to attack you. Let's say you start to challenge the status quo, the way people just naturally think or were programmed to think. You're going to find many adversities. Let's say if you want to start your own business and you start looking inside of yourself and seeing that I'm more than meets the eye. I'm more than what y'all all thought I was. I'm a genius. School told me I was not intelligent, but I actually come to find out that I'm a genius. These things you'll start to find out because when you tap in to your DNA, you'll be a genius, pulling information out of your genes. That's where genius comes from. Now, when it comes down to it, people, I want to tell you how to ward off these entities, demons. You're going to deal with many of them. I've dealt with many over the years. Some of y'all have seen some people that were close to me betray me, demons. Some of y'all who know me a little bit closer have experienced them yourself. You know, when it comes down to it, you have to prepare yourself for a new type of entity to attack you as you start to ascend. That lets you know that you're on the journey you need to be on, because entities, demons, things that hold on to people don't even know they're doing it. They're subconsciously, unconsciously doing it to you. You have to learn how to ward off these evil entities. You have to make your vibration more frequency higher and focus laser-like on getting the job done and never quitting. No matter if they bring adversity to you, opposition to you, you have to be a rock that moves impenetrable. Now, demons will come in all shapes and forms. They could be your spouse, your mom, your dad, your sisters, your brothers, even your children, right? It could be like that. It's difficult to deal with. That's why they have to be closer to you, so you'll feel like you need to be around them. So how do you deal with those which are closer? You have to become impenetrable. You have to focus only on your journey. If your journey is not strong enough, if you are not strong enough, you are always going to be shifted into a certain area of thinking, of emotion flowing through you. They're going to let me give you an example. Let's say, what is over there? I keep on hearing something like move over there. Like all morning I've been hearing something over there, but I can't see it. Probably an entity, you know? Because I'm out here making videos, I'm trying to be peaceful. And normally when you try to be peaceful, they want to take that energy. They want to take it from you. Cool. You're not getting this from me today. How about that? I know y'all out there. Because I'm vibrating high today, people. Baby, you know? But anyway. Now, some will think this is foreign to them. Maybe it's not for you to hear. Maybe you should click off this video because maybe you're the demon I'm talking to. If you feel like I'm talking directly to you, as far as a demon, then you have to check yourself. You got to get your energy right. You must purge your body. You must get healthy. Do you realize I'm not going to digress, so I'm going to give you an example. Do you realize that the food that you're eating, right, goes inside your body, creates an ecology of non-human organisms called microbiome, which hold on to your nervous system and tell you what to do when you start to get healthy. Let me give you an example of that, and then I'm going to go back to what I was saying by giving you an example of demons that could attack you. Let's say you're on a lifestyle. I don't like to say diets. You're on a lifestyle because diets are temporary, lifestyles are permanent. So you're moving onto a lifestyle and you're saying, I'm not going to eat this sweet. and on like day 2. Because sugar is one of the toughest ones for us as melanated individuals to kick, because our melanin is an alkaloid substance which holds on to whatever we put into it, which is why they give us drugs, heroin, crack. Sugar is just like those. It's the same thing. It activates the same parts in your brain as those other substances that I named. Check this. So let's say if you say, I'm done with sweets today, and you really, really mean it, but you get thoughts in your head that says, just one cookie. Just one cookie. And then you get ways to rationalize just one cookie. And let's say if you eat one cookie, let's say if you eat 10, right? And then after you're done eating the one cookie or 10 cookies, you feel like shit. Like, why do I feel like this? Damn, I feel that shit. I know I shouldn't have ate that cookie. I know it. Your higher self knew it. But there's something in you that's controlling the ego inside of you. That's not you. That's your microbiome. Non-human organisms which live inside of you, which hold on to your nervous system. They tell you what you want to know. They tell you, try to make it make sense to you. And then when they get what they get, they let go. That's what I call an entity. Excuse me. That's what I call an entity at the end of the day. Let's go into human entities. They will try to be closest to you first to get a hold on you. They want to, say you're walking in a room and you're talking, let's say, to your spouse or your mother or your father, and you're like, yo, I want to quit my job and I want to start my business, or I'm already starting my business and I'm doing it after work. Why are you doing that? You think you could do that? Now, people who love you should support anything good that you're doing. I mean, it's good, right? So why wouldn't you support it? Why wouldn't you encourage me? Why? Because whatever is controlling them, making them rationalize why they haven't moved, is trying to come to you. And when you walk in that room, your frequency is higher, which makes those entities inside of them frequency feel some type of way, because their higher self also wants them to rise. But the entity which lives inside of their vessel makes them fall every single day, and they have believed the lies the entity have told to them. You ever been in a room where you're sober and you're around a bunch of people who are drinking alcohol? I want you to really look at alcohol for what it really is. Alcohol is a substance which you enter inside of your body and makes you open to receive entities to walk directly into your vessel, which is why alcohol changes people when they drink it at a high level or even a low level, and you feel some type of way. You do things that you sometimes don't even remember and regret, because in your truest essence, when you walk around, when you're sober, you really don't do those things. So what was it that entered into you, or you let enter into you to let other things enter into you to make you do those things? Because to be a sober person around a bunch of drunk people is very uncomfortable. We have many types of entities and demons which are living around us. They get us because sometimes they're the close ones. The ones that are far away, we kind of like, whatever. I don't know them like that anyway. But the ones that you know, they know how to get closest to you, especially when you're on your journey. Especially when you're on your journey. And it's not about what they do. It's about how you deal with them. How serious are you about your journey? Because the only reason you're tied to family is because you're in a physical body with your DNA bonded to them. Connection, attachment. Attachment is actually a part of the life, physical 3D construct. When we move to higher constructs, there is no attachment, there is no emotion. This is all factual. I've been there, okay? You don't got to believe me? You don't got to believe me. I'm trying to bring this to you. Try to open your mind. Try to open your mind. I have tapped into a very high level. Try to open your mind, because I'm going to start bringing you stuff that you probably don't understand. Open your mind. Because I know many of y'all live around many energy vampires right now. And they're the ones who are closest to you that are drawing your energy out of you. You are a battery, people. You ever look at like a Duracell battery? What does it say on the side of those batteries? Alkaline. Why aren't you on an alkaline diet? You're a battery as well. The more alkaline you are, the better your body becomes a conductor for positive energy or whatever you put inside of your vessel. Because you can be healthy and put the wrong things inside of your vessel, and your frequency is high with all the wrong stuff. Are you reading? Are you challenging your reality? Are you doing these things? If you're not doing these things, maybe it's the reason why you feel some type of way as we're going through this heavy Mercury retrograde right now. You might feel like you're depressed right now. You might feel like every day you don't feel like doing shit right now. You might feel like you don't want to eat, you can't sleep, you feel some type of way, you got body aches, you feel sore, ascension symptoms. We are going through an incredible shift right now. So I suggest you get in your bag. And I suggest that you understand when you get in your bag, there will be all types of forces that you can't see coming come to you. They're going to come to you and they're going to try to take. They're going to try to infiltrate inside of your mind, inside of your group, inside of your circle. Watch out for those people and remove them as soon as you know who they are. Because if you find out who they are, right, and you choose to keep them around you, because them being around is some type of validation or comfortable, you will pay a price. Because once your higher self talks to you about an individual, says, I don't know about that person. I just can't put my mind on it. Or you dudes that be with these queens, and these queens be always trying to warn you about these people that be around. I'm with a queen that always warns me about people. And every single time I don't listen, I pay. So let me stop being in my ego and just listen to her. And just, because I always pay. I'm like, if you were the queen, and that queen's always trying to protect you, she loves you. So naturally, she's tapped into her feminine energy. If you're around a high vibrational female, right, and she's trying to warn you of certain things, and you might want to listen to her intuition, because that's on point. Women have more intuition naturally because they have longer hair than us, naturally. And they're feminine, and they're already tapped in. When we have sex with them, all we're doing is plugging in. They're already plugged in. You know what I mean? So, I mean, when it comes down to it, you must understand that if you are also not with a high vibrational female, you could literally be living with a demon, an entity. And you're like, I don't want to say they're a demon. Okay, well, go ahead and not say they're a demon. Meanwhile, they'll draw from your energy. Meanwhile, you're being denial. You can do what you want to do. I'm only here to tell you how to get rid of them. Because once you realize that, I want you to look at people's actions too. I want you to realize what people say, how they observe you. Because when you vibrate high, they also can become intimidated by you or envious of you. And when they're envious of you, you might want to remove that person as well, because envy turns into jealousy. Jealousy turns into resentment. And resentment turns into anger, and anger turns into lashing out. And they can do all kinds of things. So you might want to watch these people. Really watch these people. I'm not really sure if you're going to be able to comment. I took my comments down. I just want to talk to you. And I don't want anybody to throw your energy off. I don't want anybody to throw your stuff off with comments. So I'm not going to have comments anymore. Or at this particular energy that I'm feeling, I don't want to have comments anymore. I don't really care what people have to say to me about what I'm saying right now or what happened in the past. I don't really care, because that's not who I am. And if you don't know who I am, then I don't care who you are. Simple as that. My intentions have always been good for you. My blue jay. You know, tap into nature. Oh my God, nature's such a beautiful thing. Tap into it every day. It's so beautiful. And we sometimes focus on such negativity, we become the entities, because by putting the wrong things in your body, by putting the wrong things in your mind, it leaves you open to what they call walk-ins, what they can walk right into you, take you over. You say something out of anger, you do something out of anger, and then when you come back down to earth because they walked out of you, you're like, I really didn't mean that. And then you find yourself having to apologize to somebody for saying something that you really didn't say. It wasn't you. It was something else that went inside of you that spoke with your body. Your biological avatar with all kinds of capabilities. If you're melanated, you can walk. They can walk right in you. Take heed. Take heed. Besides that, if anybody got any comments, listen, email me. I'm not doing conversations right now. I'm really just trying to focus on what I got to focus on. And I've been giving y'all information for so many years. You got to let me give this to me, because it's a very important time. And I'll be here for you in this way. You know, if you want to talk to me, join the Patreon. We in the WhatsApps. We got several WhatsApps going on. And if you want to message me on Patreon, that's the only way you're going to be able to contact me at this particular point in time. Patreon, then WhatsApp. That's how we do it. Besides that, I love y'all. As you know, I got products going on. We got the blood cleanser. Cleanse your DNA. I'm probably going to do the next video about the blood cleanser, Cleanse your DNA. Why did I come out with a blood cleanser? Why does he want to cleanse the DNA? You walking around with acidic blood, and your blood shouldn't be acidic right now. At all. At all. You ain't going to be able to handle these upgrades if your body's acidic. I'm just going to let you know. All right? So, talk to y'all soon. I love y'all. Like, subscribe, do what you got to do. Hit the notification bell. I'll be making videos whenever I feel like it. All right? I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.